Change, change the form of man. Free the prince forever damned. Release the might from flesh and mire. Boil the blood in heart of fire. Gone, gone the form of man. Rise the demon, Etrigan. Good morning to one and all. I am Etrigan Evolis, standing in for Limit Break Ray, bidding all of his allies and friends a fond farewell. And I was asked to say a few words for each of you. First and foremost, let us begin with Holden. You have been a constant friend and ally during the time that you were there with Ray, and so you bear mentioning first. I thank you for all that you did. I thank you for everything that you have done, and you were sorely missed after the time that you were let go. Now I know and share that same pain. But again, there is nothing that we can do at this particular point in time. Next, I would like to mention Darrell. If you are watching, my friend, it was a pleasure serving with you, and every day was always different and always a wonderful experience with you. You're one of the finest men that I ever had the experience of working with. I shall never forget you. I shall never forget all of the things that we discussed and we had in common. Farewell, and safe journey to wherever you are and wherever you may go. DeQuante, I want you to always remember that it is not de quantity, it is de quality. Always had been and always will be. You came and went several times, and you were always there when I needed you most. If I needed information on anything, you always had it. If I needed something, tools, implements, or where to go to work next, you always knew. I hope your aspirations come to fruition, my friend, and I hope that all will be well with you. I thank you for being there for me, and I thank you for being both my colleague, my friend, and a co-worker. Shane McMurray, what can I say about you? You were the class clown of God know what. We had many, many days together, and many a good time. There's really not much more to say. We went through many hardships together, and we saw many changes to the company as we both strove to try and evolve around them. Alas, I could not get past Ray's weaknesses, and so I am no longer there now. But for you, there is still a future, and I hope that you make it count. Make every day count, Shane. Every single day. Scott Fumak, one of the finest managers that I ever had the pleasure of working under for the last 2 years. Your insight, your hard work, your reasoning, and your words of wisdom will always carry me through the rest of my lifetime. What can I say? You are worth far more than what they give you. And you have far more talent than anyone could ever realize. Rodney Thompson, also one of the finest managers that I ever had the pleasure of serving under. For all the time that I was on night shift when he took over, before it was abolished, he served tirelessly and did whatever he could to make sure that everything stayed together went together and was done correctly. He and Scott made quite the pair. And together, many nights went by quickly. Because, well, we were never bored, and there was never a dull moment with both of these men, both Rodney and Scott. Simon, if you too are listening or hearing this podcast, I will treasure every single moment, every single conversation, good or bad, that we had together. I do hope that we do see one another again outside of that accursed place. Until then, I hope and pray that you are safe, you are working, and you are doing well. Some people who are no longer there, such as Julio Rivera, who was also like a class clown at Garden White. Charming, full of personality, and always had a laugh to give you. Although when he came in, he was very tired. But the work that he did try to do was tireless. Sometimes I thought his energy was endless. I hope and pray that you are safe, Julio. Thank you for your kind words after the fact when I was gone. Dion, this will be my last hello, and also my last goodbye to you. And I would like you to know this, because it will always stay with me forever, that you are the edgiest of edgelords to ever edge upon the edge of edginess. Edgelord. Keys, one of the hardest working assemblers that I ever had the pleasure of working with. Never a dull moment, always smiling, and that accursed laugh out loud speaker he always carried with him. He worked until he could work no more, or until he was told to go. I learned a lot from him, and I will take that knowledge with me, now and for all time. Larry, one of the oldest members of the Gardner White team that I had the pleasure of serving with. Though we stopped speaking after a time, it did not mean that I did not respect you. We simply had nothing more to say to one another. There was no hatred, no malice. You did your work, I did mine. All things change, my friend. And wherever you may be today, tomorrow, or the next day, I hope that life treats you well. Chris, from DCI. You are one of a kind. A character that I had never encountered before. And I dare say I may never encounter again. Strong, powerful, and willing to do whatever it took to get the job done. Whether you had 15 men or just 3, you would do whatever it took to make sure that DCI ran well. Raymond from DCI. Always a smile, even when you were tired. Always working. Always concentrating on the next task. Never wavering from it. But always willing to lend a hand. And I thank you for all the help that you ever gave me. It is something that I will always treasure. Dan, part-timer for DCI, but always a full-time jokester. Also strong and also extremely powerful. Your presence was always known when you walked in the building. Me? As I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by the stream's cutoff. Dan. You also known to me as Dan the Man, because you were. I would also like to give honorable mention to the night crew that served in the night shift DCI. All of you worked tirelessly together and never faltered, except maybe for one person, whose name I never knew. But I am very happy now that I never did know it. Alan Bush, now in charge of the entire warehouse. I hope and pray that the future is bright for you, even though I am no longer there. I did everything that I could, Alan. It just simply wasn't enough. Al Hughes, longtime friend and ally, always there. Even though you had changed companies several different times, you always came back to us. I am happy to have served with you. I carry now all of my memories with me. Mark Wolf, also a powerful presence at Gardner White. What can I say? We had our ups and downs, but in the end we remained friends, and we always shall be. What can I say? Except that I don't think I am ever going to find another friend like you, now or for all time, because each person that I have mentioned was a one-of-a-kind person. Holden, Darrell, DeQuante, Shane, Rodney, Simon, Julio, Dion, Keys, Larry, Chris, Raymond, Dan, Al, Mark. And one honorable mention to one woman there, Lenore. I bid thee farewell. And I know that you really hate this particular quote that I always made. As I sat there gently napping, suddenly I heard a tapping at my chamber door. 'Twas the wind and nothing more. As I sat there barely napping, with memories of sweet Lenore, quoth the raven, nevermore. That is all that I have. I bid you all farewell and good luck in whatever endeavors you take after the company. And while you are there, remember me as I am and not as I was. I am stronger now for the experience. To those who discarded me, you did only what you thought was right. But always remember that karma has a way of coming back upon you. Karma, yes. All I have left to say on that particular matter is, may whatever God you believe in have mercy upon your soul. For I I will not be there. In closing, as I said, I will miss all of you. And I have to mention two other people as well, Tim and Alicia. You were both good friends, allies. And I will not forget you now or ever. Now I must close this video. And I do hope that each and every one of you has garnered some sort of closure from this. As I said before, remember me for who I am and not who I was. Change the form of man. Free the prince forever damned. Release thy might from flesh and mire, and boil the blood in heart of fire. Gone the form of man. Rise the demon, Etrigan. Goodbye, good luck, and as always, remember to enjoy the daylight.